Talk podcast. That's right. Realest. That's right. For homeboy Branded. That's right. 750 on this motherfucking beat. Let's go. L-A-S-T-C-I-R-C-L-E. This is the Real Talk podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. L-A-S-T-C-I-R-C-L-E. This is the Real Talk podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. You can search the web for many minutes. This is the podcast where everyone can come and get it. Come eat the spinach and get swole off it. Blow some gas off it. Sip something while you listen and watch and be a boss off it. The hottest topics and the views you're watching. Co-hosted by Branded, the shit ain't stopping. Come and get you some. I'm about to make a run. Don't wanna hear that bullshit, cause here the realest come. Live in 3D, please come see me. You can listen in your car or at home on TV. You never know who's stopping by to drop jewels. Real Talk Podcast, we're on the move. L-A-S-T-C-I-R-C-L-E. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. L-A-S-T-C-I-R-C-L-E. This is the Real Talk Podcast. Deep on the scene, bumping loud through your speakers and your cell phone screen. Is it in the Midwest?
Dave is in Georgia. I'm in Detroit.
Oh man, the 313.
Yeah.
Man, I was out there running through that thing, man. I was running through that beat, man. This time last year, real heavy, man. My homeboy Peanut, man, them B&B boys. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I was out there messing with Peanut real heavy, man. He showed me a lot of love out there, man. Phenomenal. Yeah. We was out there really getting to. I did a lot of music out there, man.
It's good to have my guys here, men at large, man. Man, it's been a while. Hey, your mic is on. You good?
Yeah, we in the. I know. You know what happened was I fixed it, adjusted the screen, and my fingers must have hit mute on the mic. We all gravy now. We in the building. Yeah,
in the building, baby.
Yeah,
that's
what it is.
You know, I can't really twist my fingers up naturally. I have to do this. I have to do that.
Manual. You got to do the manual.
You can't do this. You can't do that.
Nope, I can't. I tell you this. I can do this.
Yeah, you got to throw it up at the same time, baby. You got to twist the things, man.
I can't even shuffle cards because my wrist won't flip over. I can't.
Oh, you got dumb thumbs.
Dumb thumbs and dead wrists.
Yeah.
Like that as a kid. I can't shuffle a deck of cards to save my life. I should get a deck so I can show y'all.
Wow.
Hey.
That's what's up, man. So what you guys working on now, man? How y'all been though?
Now we good, man. This, it's our 30th anniversary, man. We just dropped a brand new album in June. It's called Love Benefits, and it's fire. And if I don't really say that, I take this from him. I wouldn't say it was fire if I did it all myself, but we had a wonderful orchestrator that put his whole pancake mix together and made some dope flapjacks out this album, man. And it's incredible. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I believe it's top 5 R&B albums of the year, young or old artists.
Man, that's what's happening, homie. Because like I say, I've been your whole 30-year run on that record, man. I've been following it, man. You got to understand, I was in high school when that thing hit the city, man, and it was magic, man. The music was right there with the guys and the Leverts, and you know what I mean. It was real music back then. The R. Kelly and the public announcement type flow. It was that whole vibe, and I knew y'all was some Ohio player type. The OH10 boys, y'all came in there. Yeah, y'all some OH10ers, man. Y'all came in there and stood up for it, man.
Appreciate that, man. That's all love, man. Thank you.
Hey, champ, because I feel like I talk to Dave all the time, but I don't talk to you that much. But I'll hit you up with something, Dave, in a minute. But champ, I'll start with you, like Real mentioned Levert, so just that interaction. A lot of people may not know the history, but I want y'all to tell people, like, how was that connection when y'all connected, got together, and he saw what talent y'all had, and then everything else took flight? tell the people a little bit about y'all relationship with Levert.
So when I was about 13, Dave was 16, we were at a housewarming party for a local DJ in the city of Cleveland. The radio back then is nothing like it is now. As you guys know, terrestrial radio was what you did. Everybody sat around the radio, and you had your cassette tapes and the boom box, and you would tape your favorite records. You have the all over the world. You'd have the For Lovers Only or the Quiet Storms, and you could call in and dedicate. Well, Dave, his father / uncle, was the guy. He was Tom Joyner before Tom Joyner. And so Dave grew up at the station. Dave was a disc jockey. I was following right along with his coattails and learned to fall in love with radio. And so because of that, we had access to the people that would come and go out of the radio station. And so we met Gerald at that housewarming party. He was there for the local guy for the For Lovers Only show at the time. His name was Jeffrey Charles. Shout out to Jeffrey Charles. And so we're kids, had no business being there. It's after 11 o'clock. I have no idea to this day why we were there. I don't know why we were allowed to be there. But Gerald was there. They were just getting started. I think I'm Still was the record, or either Pop, Pop, Pop was the record.
Man, all them was classics, man. That pop,
yeah,
pop,
man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I feel to this day, that's probably one of my favorite Gerald / Levert records, Pop, 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 to this day.
Man, and I tripped out off the production on that project, man, because it had so much bass in it, man. We used to get up and have them Sir in Vegas rocking so hard, man. All that bass running through there, man, for some R&B back then. Man, come on, man. It's been so long. Ooh,
Yeah. So we're at the housewarming party, and I carried my little keyboard, my Casio keyboard everywhere we went. I carried it with me. And somebody said, "Hey, Gerald, listen to these young boys sing." Excuse me. So we sang something that I had written. He made us all these lofty and pious promises that I'm sure he had good intentions on keeping. I'm gonna style y'all. Y'all gonna open up for me at the front row. The front row at the time was the place to go. It was this revolving stage in Cleveland, Ohio, and so that never happened. Fast forward 4 years later, I'm a junior in high school, and David was dancing for a rap group, Johnny O and the Sorcerer Crew, a legendary group in Cleveland. And David was a dancer. Yeah, him. He was a dancer. And so the place that they danced and rehearsed was the same place where Gerald had his studio. And so I guess on Gerald's way in and David's way out, they crossed paths, and Gerald said, "Hey, man, where your boy at? I remember y'all, man. Where the guy that I met you, at the house?" David told him, and he said, "I got this idea for this singing group. Some fellas can dance, sing, and I want to put it together. Call your man." Dave called me up. We had been doing shows all around the city of Cleveland for years, talent shows. Right. So people knew who we were. The Glenville Festival, Miss Ross talent shows. So I mean, people knew who we were. And Gerald had that idea. Dave called me up, and I left high school. I left the 11th grade one Thursday afternoon, going down to the studio where Gerald wanted us to come to. We sang for him. He said, "I want y'all to come back tomorrow because I want to, I need to get the stamp of approval. Somebody else gonna be here tomorrow. Y'all come back tomorrow." So we didn't know who that was gonna be. I didn't care. I don't think Dave cared either. Our dreams were coming true. We thought, we hoped. So we get there the next day. It's his dad. It's Pops. It's Eddie Levert.
Oh, Eddie.
So Gerald tells us to sing, man, and we sing, and Big Verse said something like, "Yeah, they got it. They got it." And that day we became a group. I think we were BBT, Big But Talented at the time. And David came up with this dope name, Boys in the Hood. But the movie came out. We didn't want to be 60, 70 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, that part. They came up with Made Large, man. It stuck. And here 30 years later, and our time with Gerald, man, was probably the most I've been blessed, man. In my career, I've only worked with some
he had all
amazing. I had Kirk Franklin that I came up under, Gerald, but our time with Gerald, we wouldn't be here and be able to do what we do now had it not been for that foundation that Gerald gave us. There's no way to tell you all what that was like. There is no way. It's like, you know how they say with an inside joke, you had to be there. You had to be there, man. Gerald was, it was phenomenal to watch him, to learn from him, to get cussed out by him, only for him to you know, we trying to tell him, especially me, because I was a hard-headed one. I'm like, yo, Gerald, that's whack. Now, I'm 18 telling Gerald, who's been doing this for quite some time, who came up in this, I'm telling Gerald, like, yo, man, that's whack, man. That don't even sound. Now, I'm a newbie.
Yeah.
Man, he cussed me out so bad, man, only for us to finish it. And it was the song that I'm talking about is Holiday off of our second record.
Yeah. Record.
We finished that record, and I said, hey, man, my bad. That sounds amazing. He said, man, fuck you.
One thing, y'all didn't just have ballads. Y'all had some dance music as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was a well-rounded group, man. And for some heavy set guys, man, y'all was off the chain, man. I was like, man, these cats, you know what I'm talking about? I used to open the CD thing, read the credits and see, you know what I mean?
Don't you miss that, man? I wish we could get back to
that. Yeah, I miss all that. I'm like, I still remember the album cover when y'all standing next to the bridge, and you know what I mean? I remember it like last night, bro. That's just how, you know what I mean? That album was a classic staple point in R&B to me. And I'm an R&B head. I'm one of them guys that could still ride on Dayton's and bang R&B. Ain't gotta be banging.
I love it. I love it. I love you for it too. And not to you know, every artist is supposed to big up their current work, but not to toot our horn. But I promise y'all, this new record, it's like that, man. It's really no frills, no cap. This album, and what's scary,
no question.
We just got started. This is after coming back together after 30 years. Imagine once we get in a groove by record number 3. This is us coming back together 30 years later, and this record is fire.
Brand,
and it ain't even. We're not even touching the tip of the iceberg for our potential where we could go. But this album, Love Benefits,
it's a hell of a. It's a. I don't say comeback. It's a hell of a statement for. Because of course I did some years with another partner after he left and worked with all those illustrious people. He left me to roll around in the pig pen with I had a great time with my guy Edgar Gemini Porter, man. We lost him last year in January. We released a couple albums, but they were decent. The first one we did, to me, after I listened to it, I'll be like, why did I even do it? The second one was really good though. And we released a couple singles. We did a single in 16 that went to number 14 on the R&B charts. It's called Date Night. And then I lost him, but you know, it was time for Jason and I to get back together because it was like no matter what I was doing or what he was doing. I remember one time somebody they just kept asking. One day Jim and I broke down because he was just like, man, when am I ever gonna get accepted? But he didn't know he was already accepted. It's just the fact that people remember us from the beginning, like how you talking about that nostalgic moment. It's like nobody got Soul or Apollo or Soul Train or Friday Night Videos or on Jay Leno or none of that other stuff. Nobody got a chance to see you on that stuff. So it's like they don't really know you. They just know that you taking this place. Where he at? You know, it's like, hey, I brought my friend. Where your brother at though? He cute. It's like something like that. So, where your brother at though? I want to see him. I want to see him. I mean, your man cool, but I want to see your brother. And where he would go, where your boy at? Where I would go, where your boy at? Where your boy at? And well, they got us. We back. You know, it took us 96 to 24 years to start the process, and then it took us 2 years to record it, put it together, find the right situation, and put it out. And it's been out.
God didn't make no mistakes, bro. Remember that. God didn't make no mistakes. So
you about to get him because that's his thing, and I believe that too.
Yeah.
And I think had we when we were at Gerald's funeral, Eddie and Pops came up to me. He said, "Man, they could have been huge, man, if they just didn't care about the money."
Yeah.
But you have to care. You have to. You have to care.
Money, man, because every 30 days, man, that little box you live in, you got to, man, shit, it costs, man. I care about the money, man. Yeah.
And
it ain't everything, but I care about it, man.
It just and not that they were doing anything wrong. It was just the way of the contract back then. Our biggest mistake was we had the same type of deal that Silk and Tony Braxton and TLC had. We just weren't smart enough to go back and negotiate it for ourselves. We didn't have a team. All those cats had matches. We didn't do it. And I'm saying we were just as hot as them in the interim too in the beginning. But after that, it just for us, after that, he went that way, I went that way, but now we back.
That's all that matters. That's
all motherfucker.
I mean, look, man, New Edition, Guy, and all these guys, man. I just see Keith Sweat and Tank and all them. They just reunited, formed like super friends, and they finna get out there and go get some money, man. You know what I mean? So it's like y'all need to get involved with that, man.
Well, I think what happens is, people believe what they believe. And if you don't have your own money to put it up, or you don't have a relationship with those guys that are running, or you've been in the network with all the same old acts that y'all been seeing on these concerts the last 10, 12 years.
They just re-rock the dope, man. You go get the same guys, man. And just being honest with you, bro, it's acts like y'all that got to get added to those kind of shows because y'all got hits. It ain't like, I mean, what y'all charted in the top 10, the top 5. Y'all got the material, the discography to get up there and stand up with those kind of acts, man. So it ain't what it is. A lot of promoters get set in their ways and they comfortable. You know what I mean?
They're just not into taking a chance, man. They want to bet on
they're comfortable.
People, the people have to, like I've been seeing, and if you look now, they got this tour going where it's Monica and 112 and Genuine on some dates, and I've been seeing people, they've been saying some horrible stuff in the comments, and when enough people get enough, they'll do it. But I think from the pandemic and now everybody's outside, I think people are they just want to be outside. And like I said, those groups and those guys on those shows have music that take you like my boy Bone Crusher said, you want that feeling of, this how you talk, you want that feeling of euphoria when you hear it. It's like that's
I know Bone my guy. I got records with Bone Crusher, man. That's my guy. Atlanta gangster, man. Yeah.
And that's what's missing. People don't make records that's going to create that feeling of euphoria 30 years later. Yeah. And thank God that
be a weekend record, man. I want something like you say, 1993 to 2023. We still talking about Men at Large. You know what I mean? I don't want a record that will be for the weekend, man. Just no disrespect to a lot of the artists, but some of these cats ain't gonna see 2-3 years. It's just not gonna happen for them.
Yeah.
Hey, real. You know why? Because real? Because the weekend will end. A new week will start. You know what I mean? It's over. One thing, Dave, you and I, we go back 10 years, right? You know what I'm saying? I think one of the things and one of the reasons why, we stay connected is there's a mutual respect, not just for the path that you laid down industry-wise, but the connect that you still have and want to still have with not just the fan base of yesterday, but also the people out here that really need to get gamed up on not just the Men at Large legacy, but what's in store. So not just with this new project, with what you got going out right now, but I mean, what is the reaction that some of the newer people that wasn't out in the 90s, that's really tapping in, getting to know you? How's that reaction been so far?
Well, I don't think that we haven't even gotten to the tip of what we're going to do with this record. So we haven't really got a chance to see. And there's some things that we have to retool as far as like the marketing with it and getting more traction on it. But the younger cats that I know that I have heard it, they like, yo, that's you, OG. I'm like, yeah. And they like, that's you. I'm like, yeah, that's us, man. Yeah, you know. So they're impressed. One thing I can say about the album is, I think with Jay Sean, his brother who put it together, who was written for, Faith, Charlie Wilson, Usher, R. Kelly, everybody. He's written for everybody, and he said, what we were trying to accomplish was to reintroduce ourselves to our fans, but make it plausible, not plausible, but make it familiar or likable to the younger audience. And I think that's what we have done, because I've never seen like my son and my daughter, and I've never seen, them like pick up my stuff, really go through it. Like, and I see her, she's a music head, and she like, and she has some of the stuff on her playlist before, but like I can see that. And then, I see the response when we go out, we meet people, and we have a variance of people that come to the shows, especially now. Sometimes it's gonna be old people. Like this last gig we just did in Elkhart, everybody was old. But
man, define old, man. You talking about 40s, 50s, 60s, or you talking about
no. We talking 65, 70.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That's because we was on the show with Willie Clayton, and
I got you.
That,
all right.
That the soul and the blues stuff, it was a good show though. But yeah,
check this out, fellas.
Hey,
old people spend money too.
Hey,
they got it.
Yeah,
they got it.
Yeah. I want to get 65 and 70. But let's do this. Let's make a pack. Since we up over here on this thing, let's do a pack, man. Me and Brandon, this is what we say. Any and everybody I get on this thing when they get on this platform with us, man, I appreciate what you guys doing. I'm an MC, man. Let's collab. Let's tap in. Let me send something to you.
I say, yeah.
I'm going to send something to your email, because last week we had my man Black CEO here, RBL Posse, Bay Legend. I shot something to him ASAP. Like, soon as we got off, boom. I'm going to put something in your email, each of your emails, vibe on it, and let's tap in. Make the youngsters feel what y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? And let's get it done. It's easy.
I'm down. Send it over. themenatlarge@gmail.com. themenatlarge@gmail.com.
Brand, get that.
I got you, real. Hey, Dave, Champ,
one thing gonna land in your email.
Yes, sir. One thing, to the both of y'all, like, and Dave, you mentioned marketing. Everything's done a little different now. The need for social media is out there. All the shit that we see right now, like, I feel like, you got to dip your toe in it, but you can't throw yourself into the matrix all the way in, because once you get in, you get lost. And once you get lost, it's over. So how do you feel about just the marketing, social media, the need for it, all that?
Go ahead, Jay.
It's a necessary evil. You got to have it. You got to use it. The trick, I think, is to figure out as much as you can, because none of us are forensic scientists, and it's almost like you got to be a IG forensic scientist to figure out all that needs to happen in order to reach. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, like I've noticed for a couple of weeks, posts that I would make, I was getting no traction, and I learned that Instagram, they sort of hide your stuff. I don't know what the secret is and what you got to do, but I'm figuring it out, because you have to have it. There's a cat out of Vallejo, California, who's made a lot of noise this last year. His name is LaRussell. You familiar with LaRussell?
Yes, sir.
And man, what he's doing with social media and what he's doing with his platform is ridiculous, man. This dude has cut out the record company. He's cut out the middleman, and he is educating artists, independent artists, how to go out here and get it. And all he has is social media, but he's making a killing, man. Right. I'm talking. So I don't mind it. It is what it is. You just got to be careful, man, because it can derail you.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
It can derail you.
It's dangerous. I keep a young cat. To play with that thing for me, man. I ain't got time for all that shit, man. I let a young cat or a cat like Brandon get on there, man. They send me what I need, man. Get out of here. I don't do it, man. I don't sit up there and thumb through the gram. I might tap in here and there.
You know, for us, it's different. We have to, and our management company and our record company in the beginning were our partners. Now I didn't say our record company. They said we need to post. You got to post something every day. So
yeah,
man, I've been posting on Instagram, my solo page, the Minute Large page, the Facebook page, the TikTok page, and it's really a job. Like these cats,
it's a real job, bro.
That money, they do it all day, every day. And when they find, like, the crazy thing, I did a remix with this video the other day. And when I looked at that shit, I was like, yo, that motherfucker got almost 600,000 views on it. Wow, I was like, damn. And I'm figuring when you what these, I'm looking at them, I'm like, who is this person? It's no blue check, it's not like that. But they got 20 and 30,000 likes next to their video. They're finding these posts that are trending, and they're remixing with them, and it gets caught up, and it's good. You got to take some of the stuff that they're posting with the hashtags too, and it's getting caught up in the train. I looked at that shit. It's probably like 580,000 views right now. I was like, yo,
dope.
And I got 400 followers in 2 days.
That's dope. That's dope. They got to do it, homie. It's like the fiend won't smoke. You got to give him something.
You got to show me how to do that.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah. Nah, it's different. It's different now, and Jay, I feel you, because it's a necessary evil. We gotta have it. Dave, you mentioned it's a job. You at least gotta post. Sometimes, man, I gotta tap out and be like, look, I'm gonna take a couple days because I can't.
And they also have apps that where you can schedule for it to be. You can just do it and set it to when you want it to post. You don't have to do it every day. I just haven't done that. And they got apps that'll do it for you. You just set it, Hootsuite, shit like that, stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
you know.
Hey, and then, fellas, let me ask you this. And real, I know you know where I'm going when I ask this question, because I mean, y'all had so many instrumental hits in the 90s. It's just like I said to start this show. Real and I didn't need to say nothing to go holler at this girl. Y'all did it for us on record. All we had to do was play it, and it was all good, right? So here we are in 2022, going in 2023. Over the last 30 years, as we celebrate Men at Large turning 30, I mean, how's the game now? When I don't know about you, it's different. R&B is different. It sounds different. It's not like it used to be, in my opinion, though. But y'all tell me what y'all think.
Just the landscape of music.
Period. Like who would you think in your mindset? Who is your catalyst right now? That's like, okay, I'm gonna put this in my MP, not MP3, but my stream. I'm finna stream this person's music.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I know saying first. I know the biggest thing with music is it's not about talent no more. And when I sit on panels and talk to kids or whatever, not kids, but they kids to me, because I'm 52. It's like I say, it's 3 ways to really run. You got to have a good following on your social media. You got to have money to buy in and partner with these cats, or you got to have a hell of a network, you know, that nepotism and all the rest of that stuff like that. And each one of those will get you to it. It's no more, man, he can sing, we gonna sign him. Oh man, he got bars, we signing him. They don't do that no more.
It doesn't even matter.
Nope. The companies that facilitate want the easiest ride to the promised land. So what they're gonna do is find somebody, whether they're good or bad. They got 1 million followers already, 500,000 followers. They're gonna sign them up, put them in their system, and then eat half the bread that they was getting. And then cats, you know, you fall for it because you're like, all right,
and they gonna hope you crash out at the same time, because you're gonna make them more money if you crash out. They want you to crash out. If you're a rapper, they want you to crash out. If you're an R&B artist, they still want you to have some going to jail or some kind of negativity associated with you. It's not like back in the day when you can be a clean R&B artist. They want you to crash out, man. You know what I mean? It's the monopoly of how all these labels connect and move together if you look at how they move, man, the devil in all these record companies. I know I've been through all of them. I done been to many labels, signed to labels. I've been there. I know the mechanics of all this shit, bro. So I'm not gonna tell a young nigga.
That's on the Christian side too, not just secular.
I'm a preacher kid, bro. So I know what it is. I know what's going on. I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. None of that. I know everything that comes out of my mouth is going to harm somebody if I do a gangster record, that's whatever, because a cat's going to listen to it all day and get smoked out and sip some lean, and it'll motivate him to go do his mission. But then I still know how to say the right things to motivate somebody to take their butt up in church and pay their tithes. But not saying the person they paying their tithes to is the right church to go pay their tithes to, because that preacher finna go get on that jet and go get his head in the Bahamas. You know what I mean? So I know how it works. Bro,
sound like a plan right there.
Yeah, I know how it works, man. So I can get in and get out, man. Just gotta figure it out, man. But one thing though, music moves the mind. Music will move the mind, bro. So I just know the tongue is a sword, man. Use it the right way. Gotta know what you're doing with it.
That's why you don't hear. Yeah, that's why you don't hear a lot of the positive stuff. You hear my girl got a girl. I'm smoking this cat. I'm blowing it. We ain't shooting. We ain't aiming for his body. We aiming for his head. All that. Yeah. That's what you hear. You know, we are the only. We're the only genre or race or whatever that talks that type of shit. And it flies. On the flip side, they say, well, we got more black millionaires than ever, and we got a few black billionaires.
Yeah.
At what price?
Yeah, what price?
Hey, real quick on that though, hollered at a couple of homies from X Clan, right? And they were basically saying the same thing you said, Dave.
Yes.
Just mainly, you know. And what they tell me too is just literally just what you just said. It's missing and is not celebrated and promoted as it once was. I mean, y'all came from that era, man. It was cool to be X Clan, Public Enemy. It was cool to have that different type of flavor back in the day. Now we don't see it no more.
Yeah, for real. You see less and less of the artists that make that kind of music now, because everybody want to be a stepper. And I know steppers. That's what they call them now. You know what I'm saying? I know steppers. In my era, it's a different term where bro, that's a hard life to live. Because when you start doing it, you can't stop it. You're looking over both shoulders, man. You don't want to live like that, B. You know what I mean?
That's right.
See them, they getting taken out. Cats be around. I said I've never seen after the day Takeoff got murdered. I said I never understood why these cats, they come from these impoverished situations, and they make it, but they still have to prove that they have a ghetto past. Isn't this the place that you do what you do to try to get away from that?
Yeah, I ain't gonna never crash my homeboys out. I'm not finna send a nigga to go do something that I wouldn't even do for myself. Because you crashing him out. Ain't nothing sexy about that. What you doing? You know what I mean?
I said, y'all want to go
to come home with me.
I said, y'all want to go back to the same places where them cats is already there, jealous, planning to rob and kill you already. Man, if you got that money, do like Mike Tyson and 50 Cent did. Mike didn't want to get him all trouble. He had the house and all his people came to the house. You had everything you needed at the crib. You got the money. Y'all cats got the money. You paying $100,000, $600,000 for watches. You got the money. Protect yourself.
Check this out, Jason David. I'm gonna ask both of y'all one question right now. R&B artists right now, both of y'all in y'all mind. Y'all had y'all own everything running. You can go sign it right now. Who is it? It don't even have to be a major nigga. It can be independent. Who is it? Who you bringing to the table and putting in the backyard? Let's go get some paper with them.
Man,
y'all know some people, man. You in Atlanta, you up in the D, bro. It's some talent in the D, dog.
I would really, that first person that comes to mind, if I had it, I would dump a shitload of money into Joe and get him back where he needs to be. But on some real, and I ain't just saying this because you on here, Jay, I would make Jay Sean do a album, and I would dump money into him and put him out there and make him do what he does not want to do. His brother got a great voice, his pen, His production, everything is crazy, but he will not. He puts out music, but he will not tour, do the other stuff. I'm like, dog, I would make him do it because he got it. He just fat like us.
Cameras go off. Let's get on the phone and make that happen, man. I know people, man. You know, I really know people. I know the guys, man. Let's get on the phone. Yeah, I really know the guys. Believe me, I really know the guys.
And Dave, Last Circle Entertainment, The Realest, IamBranded here with Men at Large. And Dave, you and I talked briefly last night, just a little bit about just networking, man. Like, I think that, I mean, people help people at the end of the day. And I think in order for us to really kind of move the way we want to move, especially now, like, you know what I'm saying? We at stages and ages of our lives where we just want to just click up and just get paper, like Real say, right? Like, it's just really it at the end of the day. Exposure, putting your brand out there for the next, you know what I mean? And just grow and help other people grow at the same time. So, I mean, outside of what you're doing in addition to it, music-wise, are you falling into that same line where it's just like, man, I can't do this by myself? At the end of the day, I need people helping people. This whole table, we need a circle of people. You know, this last circle, we just want this small group of people here to just build.
I think everybody, I think everybody needs somebody. I'd be a fool to sit up here and say that I could do everything on my own. Everybody, the control freaks, you know, cats that have to do everything and be in charge of everything. Normally, the ones that some of them make it, but the vast majority of them never do, man. It's hard to do everything. I mean, you know, yeah, the years I've been in it, the knowledge, the experience, the connections. I need people. Like I was talking to you about this radio. You know, I got a show that's on like 22 different markets, you know, FM and streaming, and like you got it rolling. I'm like, yo, I need to come out there because I forgot. Shit, when my uncle / dad passed, he left me half of a station. And yeah. I need to, that's mine. Oh, I need to make it work. So, you know, I like I said, I need your help. I come out there. I was like, yeah, get us booked at Yoshi's. And where's the other city you at? What you say? Stockton?
Yep.
Let's go. I can't go salami, bologna, and somebody call me. I'm saying, you know, that's how
No, hey, that's true to form. That's true to life. Listen, it's easy. It's easy to say, hey, let's do this, and this. But I mean, real or not, just like you, Dave and Jay, you know what I mean? Like, y'all been in my little circle for the last decade, if not more. So it's easy to just be like, hey, the blueprint is there. We just got to make sure we stay solid with what we're trying to do to get this mission clear, because that's it. At the end of the day, strength in numbers. I mean, that's really what it's all about.
I think at the end of the day, for real, man, it's like the old saying, it's elementary, my dear Watson. I think at the end of the day, what it really is, for real, people have to be willing to pay it forward and to pull people that are down maybe at the bottom and pull them up. If we all reciprocated support, everybody would be successful. If we all supported and patronized all of us, everybody would be. If all Black churches alone, if everybody went out and bought all the records, we would be successful. The problem is people want to keep it for themselves. Me. If we would just help one another and support one another, man, we wouldn't even, social media, it wouldn't even be an issue.
You speaking facts.
You know what I say to that? Reach out and touch.
Hey, Dad, we trying to hold hands right now? Is that what we doing?
Man, look, man. All y'all want me to do, but some of these cats go come in there and take the ties about their church, man. And that ain't the right thing, man. You know, it's some misguided individuals in these streets right now, man. So with my music, I'm trying not to be a preacher to these youngsters, but I'm a preacher to these youngsters because I'm gonna tell it to them in their language, because I can't go tell these new niggas to read the Bible. because the King James version don't resonate in their mind.
No, and they can't read no.
80%.
The Lakers is getting destroyed, by the way.
True.
No, you're not saying nothing that's not right, bro. It's true to form. Right. It's true to form. So I gotta talk to niggas without preaching to niggas and give it to them another direction in another way, but with some eloquence to some gangsters. You know what I mean? So they can just feel it. It's the movement, and then you gotta eat to some people. Everybody don't get to go to the divine kingdom. It's not for everybody. This planet ain't for everybody. Some people need to get up out of here. You know what I mean? It's not for everybody. Yeah, it's not for everybody. Some people get expelled from school. You know what I mean? So it's not for everybody. But with this music, one thing I do know and I do understand, I see talent, I know talent, and you guys are some of the best to ever do it.
Oh, wow.
I'll give you that.
And everybody who does music don't need to be doing music, because you got to remember one thing. Satan got kicked up out of heaven. He was a musician. So he ain't did nothing with earth and stars. Yeah, man. He ain't that. Yeah, so he just kicking his music through some other motherfuckers who do the same type of shit we do. You know what I mean? So, all music ain't music. You just got to know.
I agree when I say it, and I am vain, but I think one of the things that gives us one of the labels as being one of the greatest of our era is because how we've taken care of our voices over these 30 years. It's half of the cats that came through here for whatever reason, they can't even, they sound like Eddie Kane trying to get back in the book, you know what I mean? We may not have the body. We may not have the body of work that some of these guys do, but I think that we have made an impact in history, and we deserve our respect. We taking it. We're not gonna stop till we get it. You know what I mean? We deserve the respect, and we're not gonna stop till we get it, man. You know, I want to remind
you got my respect. You ain't man shit. Y'all got all of mine. And I'm a real one. Y'all got all of my respect on me. And anybody who I fuck with, they gonna have the same respect for you that they got for me, man. And I'm gonna lock a record in with y'all, and I'm gonna pass a baton, and everybody run up and down this West Coast gonna want some of that heat once they hear the heat that we do. And that's fun. Because y'all ain't to be played with, bro. When I know real music, I know what y'all were doing and still are doing. I know what it is.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Hey,
before we get out, I want to tell people where they can, go reach us. You reach us on the Facebook page, just Minute Large. Instagram and Twitter is The Minute Large. Right. TikTok is The Minute Large. We everywhere. The Minute Large, everything except for Facebook is Minute Large. Go ahead, bro. What was you about to say?
Nah, I got you. You took the words right out of my mouth. And in closing, Real is right. I mean, you guys are the best to ever do it. You gave us memorable stuff that has last still to this day. 30 years anniversary. This can go 30 more years and 30 more years.
30 years.
You know what I mean? Hey, and in closing, before we even shut this down, we got to just air it out, man. Like, I know we talked about, you know what I'm saying, R&B, it ain't what it used to be, but people ain't spitting game like it used to be either. People ain't making love like it used to be either. Let's just put this shit way out there, though. People ain't doing all this shit no more. They don't try to talk to a woman no more, period.
No, they just get some head in the parking lot and keep it, man.
That's what we did on this album. That's exactly what we did on this album. Is we talking to the ladies again. We opening up the platform to have conversations about love and what she want as well as what I want. That's what we talking with. Record called Say Something. It speaks directly to that. It's a record called Vegas, where we talking about we not getting involved in that social media, posting all our shit online. It's a song called Arcade, where she done been through some stuff. She ready for the real. She ain't playing. In My Feelings, self-explanatory. Real Close. Dog, if y'all ain't heard that album, you doing yourself an injustice.
We gonna do a review, Brandon. We gonna do the whole review on the station, B.
On the last circle, we got it.
We gonna run the whole.
And y'all about to start playing my show on y'all station, so it's all good.
Hey, that part.
Jason Tatum is on fire.
Fire.
Who?
Fire.
Jason Tatum is on fire.
I'm watching it. I got the TV going on right now. They're showing the Michael Jordan trophy and all that. I'm watching too. That's why I keep
killing the Lakers. They killing them.
Yeah, it's still living down in LA all day though, B. So I'm not a Boston guy, man. I'm not fucking Boston. Yeah, you think I'm fucking Boston?
I like Boston.
Yeah, we're not rocking with Boston out here, man.
No, we from Ohio, so you know we rocking with LeBron.
Yeah. Got to.
Indeed. Hey, fellas.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all. Look, straight up. Hey, Dave. Hey, Jay. I got you on the realest stuff. I'll make sure I send that email over so y'all can go ahead and do what y'all do on that end. And Dave, you and I we got other stuff to deal with. We still listen at the end of the day, real, and you know this too, because this is the Last Circle Entertainment podcast.
Most definitely.
This is the circle that people are gonna see, and they're gonna be like, look, I can't deny these people. I gotta let them in. We can't. I mean, it's better together at the end of the day, but also it's just so much. And Dave, you know this shit. There's so much more that we could do on top of what we're doing already. So
let's get
Jay,
it.
You and I, it's all good. Shit. Real. That's my partner in crime right there. So you know, we do what we do. And fellas,
hey, one thing I need y'all to do for me. Every person that we get on here, man, y'all major artists. So, but I need y'all to do something for me. Since y'all some major artists, I need y'all to introduce to us a artist that's up and coming from y'all area that we can put on our platform as well. They don't gotta be. I don't want it to be a major artist. I need it to be an artist that's trying to get his name up, his or her. It doesn't matter. And we want to put them on here as well.
That's easy.
Yeah. So please,
I'm in Atlanta. Heart of that shit. I got you.
Yeah, we do all that. You ain't got to be a major to get over here, man. We want to get everybody some of this.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We want and y'all have a good holidays and celebrate Christmas. Do that.
Man.
Plug it out.
All right, fellas.